Hello YouTube, ZiggyNo here with another video. In this video, we're going to be looking at one of my very favorite products in the hobby, and that's Prizm Basketball. Now, not only is it a favorite, but I think it's important to understand its history, its value, and how it's kind of impacting the hobby today. In this video, we're going to focus on the very first 5 years of Prizm. Now, it's funny, with the boom of what's going on in the hobby, people coming in, collecting, investing, whatever you might say, people talk a lot about first year sets, iconic collections, iconic sets. I'm going to have to put the 2012-13 Panini Prizm Basketball card set as one of the most iconic, if not Panini's iconic set for basketball. So as you can see, I've got the screen up here. I am on Cardboard Connections. I strongly recommend this site. I've talked about it in the past. Great site for learning, researching, understanding more about the hobby. A lot of links they give you. I think what's important to focus on here in 12 is that this set had, it had three colors, right? It had Prizm, which is shiny silver. It had green, and then it had gold. Why that's funny to me is that when you talk about Prizm today, one of the big reasons and one of the most genius things Panini did with this was they did the rainbow, where they built this colorful collection of parallels where you could chase the rainbow of your favorite player. It didn't just have to be a rookie-focused product. Today, boy, I want to say there's over 20 different colors in Prizm's products today. But think about this. There were only three back in the day. You had the Prizm, you had the green, which were in retail, and then you had the gold. So if you were opening a hobby box, you only were getting, and I'd love to see a hobby box being ripped. I'm gonna have to check out some YouTube videos. You'd only be getting Prizms, gold, and just base cards and autos. So a couple things to point out here. First year set. This was Panini's entrance into the chromium-like market with Topps out of basketball. This was Panini's first chromium-like product in basketball. Honestly, first year it was not well received. A few things I'll point out here in a few moments. It doesn't have any rookie logos. If you see no RCs on there, 300-card checklist. That includes the rookies in that checklist. A few of these were highlighted a moment ago that stand out, and those include AD, Anthony Davis. I think Kyrie Irving is considered a rookie this year. Jimmy Butler, there's AD. That's probably one of the most, the biggest rookies of this class. The LeBron James card #1 is a very popular card because it's LeBron's first Prizm card. And again, you have to think about this card, Kobe's, everything in this print set were very short print. There wasn't a lot of this product. Different variations we have here. A few other notes I have here. Okay, so 300-card base set. There were hundreds in the auto. Looks like there's about 100 rookies in this as well. Kyrie, Klay Thompson as well is in here, and there's a USA set. Here we go. There's a USA set, 12 cards in the USA set. And these, again, were available in retail greens, Prizms, and gold. So if you see those in the market, very valuable cards. There's some Kobe cards. Again, Kobe's first card lists are very valuable. Again, not very rookie heavy, and again, it wasn't actually very auto heavy. So back in this time, I want to point out too, autos were what people were chasing. That's what they spent their money on. Let's go ahead and jump up to the next year's class, and that is 13-14. Now, this is one of the most expensive collections because of Giannis Antetokounmpo. His rookie card is in this. Rookie autographs are in this. His base card from this class is a $2,000 card if it grades well. Several hundred in the raw form. He's also, unfortunately, one of the only good rookies in this class. So if you're opening this packs, you're either going to hit a Giannis or you're going to hit pretty much nothing. Now, there still are some cool refractors in there. Let me point out, I'm sorry, back at the top here. Prizm went from 3 to, I believe, 9 colors in this first year. So we have here the Prizms, the green Prizm retail, blue Prizm, Walmart, and red Prizm Target. This is interesting, too. I didn't realize it was 12-13 that they got the contracts with Walmart and Target to start, producing their product. And you probably saw this sitting on shelves for years because no one bought this back in the day. Red and blue Pulsars, excuse me. You have also your first die cuts, light blue die cut, numbered. You have an orange Prizm, purple die cut, the golds, the black Prizm 1 of 1. Now, here's something interesting. Prizm Mosaic 1 of 1, only in the jumbo hobby. I have not seen a lot of this, but this is, the seed of the Mosaic product that's basically taking over the entire hobby right now, right? Mosaic as a standalone product started back in 12-13. in its very, very infancy. So let's go here and look at some of the pictures here. Your auto set, they increased the autos a lot in the second year. Rookie, the base set stayed around 300, but increase in autos, you'll see that here, right? So you've got all these autos, 200 card autograph set. Then you've got your red Prizm retail set. This is Target exclusives. And I find this interesting. If you look here, you got everybody here, including Giannis. And Giannis has at the 49 red auto. That has got to be a beautiful card. 49 of those. I have not seen that. I'm going to look these cards up later on. I'm excited about that. And then you have your blue parallel. These are Walmart exclusives. So again, deep auto list because they had autos and then the retails had auto. And here we go again. There he is. He has 99 of these blues. And I have seen the blue auto. A friend of mine was actually getting it graded recently. Other cool cards, Brilliance set, Dominance set. So these are some of their inserts that they added. They, grew the insert set up a lot. Hall monitors. This was this was a paper set that I really saw no value in. I actually think I have this set. There's not many. In fact, there's nobody here that I would consider a star player right now, right? When you look at this rookie class here, kind of, interesting. So we do have a picture of some of these parallels in 12, 13 I want to spend some time on. There's the Prizm. Here's the black Prizm, 1 of 1. Here we can look at the blue Prizm. Again, this is a Hobby Jumbo. I'm sorry, this is Walmart. Hobby Jumbo is for the black Prizm above. Walmart for the blue. Hobby for the gold. All retail packs have the green. Here we've got a blue die cut and Jumby Hobbo. Hobby Jumbo. Orange, more die cut. I don't think die cuts stick around long. Red, that looks pretty cool. Target. Again, I haven't seen these. I'd love to see these were sealed. Now, again, these are called red, white, and blue mosaic pulsars in this class, 2013, 14. Later on, you're going to find the red, white, and blues break off and mosaic breaks off. So again, here's kind of the great-grandfather, if you want to, of that class. Moving forward, let's go to the 14, 15 class. This was actually a very weak rookie class. It's hard to pull up any big names. You can see they expanded out the refractors here to 15 different colors in the Prizm, in the rainbow, I'm sorry. Class of, I think, this was a weird class, 297 cards. I'm sorry, that was a different class. 300 cards made for this group. They had a short print variation set, right, with gold pulsar prisms, blacks. Autograph set increased as well. Let me see some of my other notes here. Variation was 50 cards. They have 2 1-of-1s as well as the previous year. The previous year they had the black and they had the mosaic. Remember that? This year they have the black finite and a black pulsar prism are the 1-of-1s. So 2 1-of-1s in the set this year. And I guess another thing that makes Prizm very cool is that there weren't a lot of 1-of-1 variations. There was 1 in year 1. In year 2, there's 2. Year 3, there's 2. Fireworks is introduced in this set as well. You can pick up this set not as expensive because, again, the rookie class is kind of weak. These are ones I was looking for. I haven't seen many of these, but you got to assume these are kind of short printed. Only 5 cards, superstars. You got LeBron, Kobe, KD, Kyrie, and AD. So, looking for those cards myself to create a little mini set. Let's go ahead and look at some of the color from this year. I think they do a very good job here showing the base and the Prizm. Here are the black versus the black pulsar. The pulsar had like a little shimmer in it, a little shimmy shim. You got the Giannis there. Again, rookie class. Wiggins was the big guy. Oops, just lost my lighting. Wiggins was the big guy or big rookie that year. He just hasn't performed. Some pretty cool Mojo Blaster, Blue Wave, gold pulsars. They extended. There's more gold this year. Green, light blue, die cuts, the reds, red pulsar, found in Jumbo, found in Hobby, and then I think there was the red Target. Here's the red, white, and blue pulsar and the yellow red mosaic. Okay. Then in year 4, we have 15, 16 Panini Prizm. A little better draft class. In fact, this class is kind of maturing a little nicely. If I count correctly, there were 13 different variations here. That's actually a decrease from the 14-15 season, down by 2. I think they got rid of some of those mosaics and kind of focus a little more. You won't see mosaic mentioned at all here in these. They did introduce the white sparkle, and they refer to this as a super, super short print Panini Rewards site exclusive. This is the first time, in my opinion, that Panini points had value, right? That you could use them to get white sparkle cards. These cards are very difficult to find, the white sparkles. Actually, there's some of the other players online, but, you know, the rookies are just beautiful, gorgeous cards. First year white sparkle. 300 card base set, 50 rookies. You got KAT as a rookie in here as well. Let's see if I forget that they tag the rookies for us or they break them out. I think they break them out later on. Here we go. Here's our rookie class right here. Devin Booker's another guy worth chasing. Not as deep as you'd want it to be. KAT, Okafor, well, I think he's, I don't think he, well, I'll just leave it at that. Pony, Porzingis, your all-star class. Autos seem to be pretty big in this class as well. They did bring back the USA set. This is the second time they have the USA set, right? So they did it in the first year, and they did it in the 4 years, so it kind of makes sense. They're following the Olympics. White Sparkle was new. They also introduced the Emergent cards. I like the Emergents. I also point out the Emergents back here have the rookie card symbols on them, which I believe are the Emergents today do not have the rookie card on them. So I like the rookie card on that, the RC. Just a little more into the set, some autographs, and bet set. So there's your and they grew this out. I think it was 12 the first year, so 20 in the second set of USA players. Another cool Prizm set to chase, right? The 2 USA sets from the 12 and from the 15-16 set. The last set I'm going to talk about in this video is going to be the 16-17 Prizm basketball set. Now, this is an interesting set. In here, we have 12 color, if I count that correctly. So they actually reduced the color again. This is the last time this is going to happen. You'll see in a later video when I cover the other years that from here on up, the Prizms just get even crazier. They do have a 5th anniversary card, which I think is really cool because it was the 5th anniversary of Prizm. Now, a few things are going on here as well. This is Ben Simmons' rookie year. Now, Ben came out and signed an exclusive with Upper Deck for his autographs. But I think with the Players Association, you know, his card was still picked up by Prizm, but he was going to have no ink in Prizm. So what happened here is that he was a big, you know, rookie hype on Ben Simmons, was not going to have any autos in this iconic set. This is where Prizm Silvers really started to take off in the market, okay? There's some activity before this, but in 16, collectors start realizing that Ben Simmons cards in the Panini, his iconic card, is going to be the Prizm Silver. This card, I think, hit $2,000 at one point in that year. And that was probably graded, but there was a rush on getting that Prizm Silver. Again, he had no autos. Now, again, as you look at this class, the class isn't that bad. You have Embiid, you have Ben Simmons, Ingram. No, Embiid's not a rookie. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm saying that. You had some good rookies. I think the rookie classes, the RCs, Murray's in here, LeVert's in here. I mean, there's some decent rookies, so it's not a terrible class. Like, I think this class is just now gaining value. You'll see here it's autograph set, 100 autographs. These are mostly vets. So by this year, I would say Prizm is really feeling its own. It started to grow. I believe this is also one of the first years they do a separate mosaic product line. But I'll have to confirm that, so don't mark me on that. But you'll see there's no mention of mosaic in here. All-day sets. You have different colors here again, the black 1-of-1s. It also looks like this year is the first year that there's, if I'm not mistaken, there's only one 1-of-1 in 16-17. There's no mosaic 1-of-1. There was no black pulsar. So there's one 1-of-1 in the 16-17 sets, which kind of, again, I think really cemented the value of this being a iconic collectible without autos, right? It was about the card. This was a cool card to have. Panini did a great job marketing this card for the 5th year anniversary. I want to point out next year is the 10-year anniversary. I'm super excited to see what Panini does. You know they're not going to sleep on that. They're very aware of how they built this Panini empire, the Prizm empire. What are some other good points I want to bring up? I think that's it, guys. I am a big fan of Prizm. You got lots of pictures and information. Go check out, look online. Hope you know a little bit more about the history. In the later video, I will focus on some of the later sets, the explosion of Prizm. Really think it was with first off the line, in my opinion, which really started to expand the brand, gave more variations. And then you have the choice products, and you have all the different, you have the T-Mo products and the selects and optics that came. So we'll talk a lot about that later on in some later videos. I hope this was beneficial for you. Again, if you're watching this long, please subscribe if you haven't already. Share this information with your friends. Hopefully this is a good informational piece to understand the importance of Prizm and the rise of the Prizm Silver. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Stay healthy.